becoming more aggressive. It's a two-part process. Number one is technique-wise. You know, a level 8 gymnast could be very aggressive on a balance beam, but I could not, neither could you, right? But she could. A level 7 gymnast probably could not be aggressive with the level 10 girl's routine, though. Even though she's level 7, she's probably a phenomenal athlete and gymnast and very skilled. She doesn't know the level 10 routine. She has to get better technically. So never underestimate that side of the wrestling equation, right? And we always like to reverse engineer our takedown as far as a leg attack. What's your best leg attack? High crotch double, single, blast double, drive single leg, low single leg, near arm far leg, fireman's carry. Those are probably the main leg attacks, right? Pick your best one. Then say, what is your best setup? Well, that best setup probably, unless it's an outside attack, comes from a tie-up. So you write down your best tie-up, and then you fight for that tie-up. You know, we always say 700 times of practice, right? That's our phrase. You fight for your tie-up. You want to live in your tie-up. Not that you're not going to score. We say, look for your best tie-up, but hit anything else that gets in the way. So if I'm fighting for my elbow control, because I'm an elbow control high crotch master, and my opponent's circling to my right and backing up, a drive single leg is there. So I drill the whole foundation, which is the best 3 to 4 techniques from the very common positions. If you're familiar with our academy and our online wrestling academy, we have the common position philosophy, right? If I got 600 free throws a season as a basketball player, I guarantee you I would spend a lot of time, because I would be the best free throw guy in America. If you got 600 chances, right? If you got 1 free throw a year, you probably wouldn't worry about it. Your opponent's going to grab your neck. I've counted these high school kids and middle school and youth 11, 12, 13 times a match. Let's say 12 times a match times 50 matches. 600 times this year, someone's going to grab your head with a collar tie, right? So if you're not training in the common position, well, the Purler wrestling routine, right? It's foundation wrestling. Our whole system and our approach is trademarked, right? And we win, all right? We win a lot, and it's because we focus the kids technically, okay? So that's number one. Number two, a lot of it is psychological, right? There's a muscle. Pulling the trigger. Some people have a hard time pulling the trigger. It's a muscle, just like speaking in public, becoming more outgoing. You know, the first step is to sit in the first 3 rows of the classroom. Don't hide in the back corner. Sit in row number 3. Eventually try to work your way up to the front. Then start raising your hand in class. It's all a process. Well, psychologically, you know, that muscle has to be developed in wrestling too. So we always like to say, grab the easier workout partners and try to get 100 takedowns of practice. Just, you know, just throw yourself at them, put up big points. Even if you get taken down a bunch, who cares? Just mix it up, because you're practicing taking action. A lot of people don't do that in life either, right? They have these big ideas, but they don't pull the trigger, right? It's like when I was a kid, I got pretty good at pushing myself. If the thought of running popped in my head, I would jump off the couch, put my shoes on, and go run, because I knew that I would convince myself not to go, right? Pulling the trigger, it's a muscle, right? And you know, now here we are, some of us older like me, we don't have any problem taking action, picking up the phone, moving forward, boom, let's go. This needs to be done, I'm on it, right? So it's a muscle that can be developed, and it will help your kids in life as well, right? So make them grab partners they can beat on, even if it's somebody they can't beat. Just say, try to take, because probably they could do better. So you have the 2-time state champ, hey, instead of saying, I'm going to try to beat him, say, I'm going to try to beat him by 10 points. You know, who knows? You know, you probably wouldn't take that approach in a match, but in practice, remember, this whole exercise is developing that muscle of pulling the trigger and taking action. So from a technique standpoint, you want to drill it and attack it from that front, and then you want to attack it on the the muscle of pulling the trigger, and do that in practice. And I think that will help tremendously. That's advice that's worked for us for over 2 decades, and it's phenomenal advice. You should follow it. Good luck.